How great is Dark Souls 3? If you've played this game or even have heard things about it, you know how loved it is by so many. Dark Souls 3 is the type of game that doesn't come around often. Not only is it a genre-defining game, it is the finale to an amazing trilogy of games. Trilogy of games that created their own genre, all leading up to Dark Souls 3. Up front, I think this game is the best of the three by a wide margin. It takes aspects from the first two and rounds them out to an amazing degree. So far I've played Elden Ring, as well as Dark Souls 1 and 2 of course, so this game was the finale of my Souls-like playthrough for now. This video is meant to not only explain what I liked and disliked playing this game, it will also take you through my playthrough and how I got to those conclusions. So if either you want to see my opinions or my gameplay, both will be in different sections of this video. It will also be similar to my Dark Souls 2 video, where the talking about bosses and areas are after the gameplay, so feel free to skip to that if that's what you're interested in. For the playthrough section, I'll continue to add commentary in some moments, but I wanted to let the clips talk for themselves a little more in this video. Before the game starts, the intro cutscene sets the theme of the game. The fire needs to be rekindled yet again, but in its time of need, no one is able to do it. This leads to some of the old Lords of Cinder being brought back to life in an attempt to rekindle the flame again, but still no luck. This leads to the last resort, like in every game, the humans. In this game, the player is the Ashen One, ready to keep the flame alive, and to start the game, I had to spend a little time in the most in-depth character creation menu yet. Got male pattern baldness in the game. I just made a middle-aged man. This is pretty badass, actually. I just made a fucking guy on complete accident. I made a really pissed off, balding, middle-aged man. I think I did pretty good here. My first bonfire. And I got an achievement because I have achievements now. As Big Mac departs on his journey, he has to quickly face a tutorial boss before reaching Firelink. There's a boss. Fuck yeah. What the fuck is that? Why is this thing fucking huge? Okay, GG. Oh my god. Well, my first death. Firelink. God, this shit looks so awesome. Lothric. Getting a look at the upgraded speed and scenery of this game, the Firelink bonfire gains me access to the Kingdom of Lothric. Wow. This game's fucking awesome. Fuck Dark Souls 2. God, it feels so much better. Ow, ow. And I just remembered I can die in this game and not lose health bar. Let's go. Shit on. The fuck? What the fuck does this mean? Let there be Quagmire.
Kill her now.
No, I'm not fucking doing it. I know what happens.
Oh, you absolute buffoon.
So Big Mac would love a bonfire. Alright. Completely inconspicuous room. At the base of the high wall, I cross paths with another traveler who might want to kill me. Yo, my character looks so pissed off. This is awesome. I'm just the most angry middle-aged man ever. Oh my god, it made... Wait, it's the song. I'm jizzing everywhere. This phase 2 fucks. But I have no flasks. Where'd they go? Fuck, I died. Is that a laser? What the fuck is he doing? It is a laser. Okay, give me your ass. The fuck? Oh! Wait, he's gonna... Oh shit. He might kill me. Fuck, I'm terrible. At this time, third? Yep. Third time's the charm. Smack. Yes! Vort is the second boss of the game, and I was immediately happy that the boss designs have more unique movesets than the prior two games. Past Vort, you get this view of the next couple areas, and are flown down to the Undead Settlement. I don't have any clips from the settlement, as it's not the most interesting area in the world. I spent a good 30 minutes navigating my way down to the Road of Sacrifices, where the next part of the game starts to pick up. Alright, I'm gonna fight this crab. Wish me luck. Guys, I just no-hit crab first try. Can someone suck me off?
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
So many things shooting at me, bruh. Oh, so I'm in a boss room. Is this like a path? Fuck is my boss, bro? Oh, so I'm getting punked. Oh, there's more than 3? My bad. This one. Fuck. This one. Fuck. This one. Fuck. I'm gonna be so disappointed. No, not to the hands. Okay, holy shit. I'm so one tap.
That's a lot of health points.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm low level.
what's
I think you're gonna
going
go
on?
to base, and then you're gonna get some more health points.
Wait, what do you mean, guys? I'm low
It's-
level.
Nice. It's almost across the whole screen.
Pretty good. That's what we're shooting for. That's the goal. Seen a guy with a big ass club. Alright. Try my hardest. So there's a second one. Mission aborted. Ladder Sigma.
Someone is following you.
Alright. Thank God I have my ember. It barely tickles me. After the sage and a little exploring a swamp later, I reached the weapon that I had decided I would use before my playthrough even started. Guts
Oh my
Berserk.
god. What is this?
Alright, ready to go. Alright, ready to go. Show you how we do it. Oh yeah. Holy shit. I thought I did something crazy. Unable to wield the greatsword yet, I needed some more souls. And obviously the best way to level is to fight a boss. Wait. Boss fight I know. Holy shit. Bloodborne. The aura is everywhere. Alright, I'm here to cook. Hello? Oh shit, he converted it. That's kinda nasty. Buddy, can you come fuck him up for me? Gonna need some assistance. No, not me, man! Yeah, this shit's awesome. Yeah, fuck the camera, I'm going free cam on this bitch. We're getting freaky. Pass away. Phase 2? No way. What was moveset didn't change because I have one flask. One flask and I might be cooked. So the moveset changed. Oh, damn! Oh no, I'm getting cooked. Motherfucker. Wait, shit, on. Fight each other, man! Thank you, fuck. I hate you. What? Oh no. Ay, caramba, man. Shit! He backed it. Oh! Man, shit! Holy shit! This guy's getting fucked. Damn! Oh! I can't see. God damn! I'm getting cooked. Shit on. Wrong fucking guy, man! What are you doing? Yo, I cannot get to phase 2 with more than like 3 flasks. Phase 1 is so fucking wacky. Okay, just do that every single time. It's not that complicated. Oh no. Okay, wait.
Booty bandit.
I need like one more. Hit! Thank God.
Inhibiting razor.
Shut the fuck up! Look at me right now. Holy shit. I'm covered in the fucking soot of the coal mines, alright? I know a goddamn day of hard labor.
God damn.
The Abyss Watchers provided a very challenging and funny fight, which in defeat would give me access to my new weapon. So this is tough. You ever heard the word skibbity?
I might have heard the word skippity once.
Yeah.
Don't really know what it means though.
So you're looking at it. Oh no, I found the catacombs. Fuck, bro, how did I fucking sped run my ass through a swamp and into the catacombs. Do you mean to tell me that a catacombs area in Dark Souls is shit? No way. Oh no! Fuck. Oh, you're jelking me. And there's rats. Holy shit, this is the worst lineup of enemies ever. No way, man. No! Yo, what the fuck are we talking about? This area looks fucking awesome, but I have to lock in. Just want to look at this cave real quick. Oh! Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Touch the fucking goblet, I don't care what happens. Are you shitting me? Surely a giant skeleton doesn't come out of nowhere. I can hope my limited knowledge of what this guy does is good enough. I just fucking missed. He spawned skeletons. What the fuck is happening? Okay, I'm fucking locked in, man. I'm not locked. Huh? Oh, so the boss is shit. Is there not a bonfire anywhere? This run back is terrible. This shit's terrifying. I'm not trying to fucking just get one-tapped. Break! Break! Okay, what the fuck is this boss, yo? Go back to hell. Damned for eternity. The entire Catacombs into Wolnir combo is a fever dream, and probably the worst section of the game. It wasn't too bad though, so it's low-key kinda funny. But it does reward you with this amazing reveal of a later area. Whoa! This is fucking awesome! I'm in Christmas Town. Seem to get the premise here. This is late game. I'm early game. Unfortunately, being a little ahead of where I should be, I had to go back to reach a different area, stopping to fight one of the first bosses that I went past. I assume I tagged the Trius. This thing's fucking freaky. Oh! Oh damn. Oh, it's got an arm! Oh, so I got squished. Alright, it's one. Killing. Fuck, it's one. Oh, never mind. Eventually I remember there was a different path near the Crystal Sage, which takes you into the Cathedral of the Deep. But before making it in, there was a certain guy I found at a bonfire. Fuck off me, you little shits. Damn it! It's not Slave Nightingale. Not looking at the DLC final boss. Yeah, I'm geeked. My ass should not have accepted whatever the fuck he said. So where the Sigma am I? Fuck. What's my purpose here in the painted world? This guy die? No way. This was actually an entrance to one of the two DLCs, but I managed to find literally nothing on the first pass through. Going backwards into the cathedral, it wasn't really a fun time figuring out where I was going. Eventually thought I reached a boss, and this shit was serious. I could go to my bonfire, get my flask back, and challenge this boss. Or I can just die to the boss. Then do the run back. Oh, it's this thing. Yeah. Shit is so awesome. Swinging to fucking 80 enemies. Alright, get that S-band. Beating the deacons gives me the doll I need to get into the Boreal Valley, which looks amazing but has some questionable enemies. The valley splits into two paths, and I went the one that led to Pontiff Sullivan first. Wow, I fucking love area spammed with dogs. Holy fucking dogs. Shortcut! Shortcut! Get the fuck off of me! Pontiff. Well, this guy was way later. Okay, time to get dog walked.
Pontiff Sullivan does not play.
Does not play.
Alright, get on that luck.
Alright. Hey. See you tomorrow,
all I got.
Pontiff.
GG.
Oh shit. Oh shit. What the fuck? It unlocked. Good timing. That's a crab. Oh shit. That just murdered me. Oh, okay. Don't go near him when he does that. Okay, so there's the second one. Nuke. Right. What? Wait, what? Wait, really? Okay. I guess I'm awesome. Good for me. That's oh, that's pretty cool that I did that. I was kind of hyped to fight a boss for a little bit. I still don't know how I beat Pontiff so fast. My first few attempts were terrible, and then I just sight read every other attack. Fuck. Oh my god, it is in Orlando. I'm home. I'm home. So the fuck did the rest of it go? And the mountains. And Orlando being in the game is really cool, but I don't know how big of a fan of it I am. It is one of the most interesting ways the first and third game is connected though, so it is awesome. Oh. Oh. Oh, my apologies, sir. Okay. Oh, this guy died. Womp. I'm here to fight. Owen Ornstein. Oh shit, it's the guy. God, motherfucker. New game, same bullshit. Oh, the arrows fucked me up before. Stop, man! Yo, what the fuck is up with these arrows, man? What the fuck are we talking about? How do you dodge this? I fucking missed. You just go down. Thank you. Booba. Yes. The same as Dark Souls 1. After beating Aldrich, I realized I had absolutely no idea what I was supposed to be doing, but only because I literally missed one of the main bosses. I was still able to progress in a different area while just being a little out of order. This leads me back into the high wall, with intentions of reaching deeper into the castle. Yo, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? Alright, I'm here to get my ass kicked. What? Damn! Oh shit. Yo, chill out. What the okay. What the fuck just happened to me? All floaty. Showing me its ass. It's got two fucking swords. I don't get it. Women these days are fucking weird. Oh. Terrifying. I mean, not much you can do there. Damn! I got hit from fully behind. That's tough. Yeah. Can I get this fight over with? Shit. I'm not trying to learn these attacks. I'm just trying to fucking power through it. God damn it. I needed that one singular dodge to go through and I was too slow. I can't see. God fucking damn it. Really? That attempt loses to a fucking camera.
It's the run.
Don't fucking jinx me. This bitch can one-tap me. No!
This is the run.
Yeah! Yeah! Beating the dancer gains you access to Lothric Castle, which has two different paths at the start. I went left through the Consumed King's garden, and found the Consumed King himself. I don't know where a bonfire is. Alright, what is this? Oh no, it has a cutscene. I have never seen this thing in my life. I'm supposed to find the fucking baby and murder it or some shit? What is going on in this fight? Oh my god, he's got a face too. I don't know what the fuck going on. Dang! Oh, god damn! I just wanted my fucking... I just wanted my full heal, bro. I got hit out. Oh my god. The first time that's happened in this game. I'm getting hit outside the room. Shit on. Like, what the fuck was that, man? Back the other way and through most of the castle, I encounter my next boss blocking my path. Okay, what boss is this? A lot of shit floating around. What the fight at? Armor. Oh shit. Oh, he actually blocked my shit. Not like this. My dodge! I was hitting B! Okay, I mean that should have been a quick one attempt, but I'm a fucking idiot. Oh wow, that thing pieced the fuck out of me. Oh my god. I got hit by some bullshit off the side of the map, I'm gonna tweak it out. I got hit and dodged. Why? What is this fucking doodad over here? Am I gonna fight this thing or is it just gonna keep shooting at me? Oh, GG. Hey, a bonfire. Wait, this is the meme. Guys, look. The funny. Bonfire over there I came from. Another bonfire. Dragon Slayer armor is the last thing stopping you from accessing the castle library in a normal run, but I was still missing one of the main bosses. I'd already explored the entire underground of the Boreal Valley earlier, but I didn't keep any clips in because of how bad the area is. The dungeon has enemies that temporarily lower your health bar, and the area didn't have that much going on compared to what I found. Knowing now what I missed earlier, I took a quick trip from the bonfire to fight Yorm. Okay, I understand why I was running around in circles indefinitely in the underground area. It's literally right in view when you spawn in, am I... Okay. Actually blind. No cutscene, just badass. He's got some health, what's the gimmick here? Loki be down if that was just his fucking health bar. Like, I just have to do 20k damage while doing 100 per hit. There we go. Holy shit, buddy. Wait, that didn't do anything. Probably not a good thing for me. Holy shit! Okay. New moveset. Oh my god, please. You are fucking kidding me! What's the gimmick? I have to look up the gimmick. I just spent fucking 12 minutes in an attempt. Wow. Yeah, this fight was interesting when I thought I had to fight him for 20 minutes. Like, I knew there was a gimmick, but I got him literally down to like 5% health. With just the fucking sword. Should've just beat him that one attempt with the greatsword, that shit would've been funny. Oh. Okay, so I was supposed to fight Yorm, and then it would TP me here, and then I would do the whole thing, and then yada yada. I mean, that would've all worked out if I didn't fucking miss the Yorm fight completely. Okay, so now I think I'm officially, like, an endgame. Now actually beating the other Lords of Cinder, I was able to pass through the library, which I also didn't include any clips from because it's just a long walk through until I reach the next bonfire, with the eclipse in the sky leading up to fight the last checkpoint boss before the end of the game. Don't be a run back, don't be a run back. Oh my god, they're coming in. Fuck. Alright, this is a boss fight for sure. Alright, saved. I like this gimmick already. You attack faster than I can dodge, sir. You are not standing up. What the fuck was that? Oh shit. Oh wait, the run back's actually even slightly worse because of the elevator. Oh shit. I see it. The perma eclipse. Phase 2. Tough is phase 2. That shit didn't have that much of a health bar. Would he stand now? I'd be down for that. He's staying paralyzed. Oh, there's actually 2 health bars. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, it's tough. Fucking stood up. That's okay. That shit's delusional. If the boss can fucking TP behind me and insta-swing, can I keep my camera on him, please? Sauceless from range, motherfucker. Damn, never mind! I was trolling. Okay, that one goes down. Is the other one... Oh no. Oh no, I see the... Oh no. Fuck, man. I could... Alright. It's not that bad except for fucking instant transmission Goku-ass attacks on me. Talk of a, like, I can see him with my fucking eyes. Could the camera see it? Like, I can't fucking see that. Oh my fucking god. My god, I don't have... You are fucking kidding me. Oh my god. I don't have the stamina to attack. And then he fucking TPs. So I have to run away / spam dodge those while also dodging this shit. And my camera unlocks. Like, bro, it's fucking impossible. I can't see you, motherfucker! God, the timing doesn't change. That shit would be heinous. What the fuck? They TP'd.
Let's go golfing.
Let's go golfing. That does damage! Fuck, I didn't even know that because I can't get to this phase. Oh my god. So I was like 2/1 swing away like 30 minutes ago. Yo. What a almost fucking amazing boss. My sword and my shit stamina, not being able to dodge half the attacks, I'm okay with that. That's my decision. The fucking camera is not my decision. Let the camera stay on the guy. It does it half the time. I don't get it. With all the fallen lords of Cinder gathered, I'm brought to the end of the world, where everything connects to one fire. Just be an insta-TP to the final boss. That's all I want. Wanna do no bullshit area. I want no long-ass run back. That guy died. Tough. Holy shit, I'm there. Wait. Everyone's fucking dead. GG. Alright, let's go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Holy shit, this place is fucked up. Played Dark Souls 1 and 2 for this moment. Could've just played this game. So many bot fires. Wait, what? This one take me back. Dreg Heap. What the fuck is Dreg Heap? The Dreg Heap is the other DLC in the game, which I only explored for about 20 minutes before realizing I should just fight the final boss first. Okay, yeah, so that was the DLC for sure. Here I am. Here I am to fight me. I'm fucking terrified of this guy. Holy shit, wait, he actually dodged me with it. Double backflipped. You just fucking heal. That way I don't even hear the fucking OST. I just do that much damage. Oh, my health bar.
Fuck him up. Hit him.
Gah! Oh no.
What? Boss.
Boss. Oh, there it is. What? Whoa, 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 motherfucker! What? It's fucking... Bro, he's using magic. What is this bullshit? Swap back to the sword. Yo, cut it out, man! What did I do to deserve fucking magic in here? What the fuck? I had no idea this was in the moveset. He's got a large... Wait, what the fuck? This shit's awesome. No. You fucking... Yo, cut that shit out. I know you got rage now. Okay, we're back to the sword. That's a different sword. Yo, this shit's terrifying. And fuck. He's just backflipping on my ass. So he has 3 weapons. All with complete different movesets. And a full heal. And a backflip. That's awesome. This guy's awesome. Wait, no, he has 4. That was a different sword he had. Going in. But I think that was an actual swing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's fucking Gwyn. I'm fighting Gwyn now. Oh yeah, I'm just fighting Gwyn, okay. Oh, I was so bad at the Gwyn fight. Fuck. Oh my god. My fucking dodge didn't go through. A visual bug? What am I looking at? Yo, I can't do shit about that, man. Why the fuck did they respawn? Why are they still respawning? Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, okay. I call bullshit on that hitbox. What the fuck did I think was gonna happen? Holy shit, that shit's got range! Oh, that goes into a nuke. Okay. Why do they keep fucking spawning? That's some slow-ass lightning. I'm running. I'm gonna get fucking nuked. Yeah. I could tell. No, please. Man, when my fucking rolls come out, I'm just getting hit again. Fuck. Oh my god, I'm fucking throwing. Get away from him. God, yo, this shit is not fucking winnable. He's got the most intimidating weapon and the fucking magic to protect him. No, man! Fuck, it's so stupid. Okay, I didn't know if... Oh, fuck, environmental. Okay. Chill with this. Okay. Oh. I did not think that would kill. Yeah. Be free. Middle-aged man beats Dark Souls 3. The Soul of Cinder gave me a good fight to the death, until I found my way to victory. Before I linked the flame one last time, I decided to finish everything else first. This includes a handful of base game bosses and 2 DLCs, starting off with the Archdragon Peak and the Nameless King. Bro. There's not a fucking chance in any world that I find that. Dude. Dragon ahead. 21 appraisals. Alright, let's check it out. Hey, it's a dragon. Ding! Ow. Okay. What's the goal here in this fight? What the fuck hit me? I'm ready to chop this thing's fucking head off. Weakness, head. Same. Yeah. Right through the fucking brain. The rest of the area after the dragon is just some average enemies until you ring this giant bell, summoning the storm and the boss with it. Oh my god. I figured it out. Where you at, brother? Oh yeah, here we go. Mr. Aura. Oh! I knew it was gonna be quick, but I didn't know if it would have a run-up or not. Oh, I almost had it. Okay. My depth perception is a little cooked in here. Get the fuck out of here, you little shit! Oh, he missed. Oh my god. Okay, he's powering up. I somehow perfect dodged that on complete accident. Okay, Nameless King down. I kind of wish I was a little more shit at these games. 'Cause they just don't make the bosses extremely hard. There's still some more bosses in the base game that I didn't know about, but this is the point that I went back into the DLCs to finish out the game. Where the fuck am I? The Dreg Heap. Holy shit, a dog. This is like the end of the world, but I thought I was just gonna be the boss. It's an enemy here. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is fucking awesome. Oh, I got sucked. What the fuck is it? The end of the universe swamp. It's pretty cool. What the fuck? I'm in Dark Souls 2. I remember this area. Wait, I'm just dead ass in Dark Souls 2. Please just say take the plunge. Oh, thank God. Get me out of this area. Yes. Oh boy, that's down and down. Alright, where am I?
I'm still on the way.
Oh shit. Boss fight. Wait, there's two. Where's the second one? Fuck.
I think you found them.
Doesn't look like they're that much range. Okay, I get it. One of them has fire, and one of them has poison at a time. Would love to get the kill, the poison one. Okay, fight's over. Boom! Oh, it's alive. Boom! Second phase? No. Wait, second phase? Oh shit, actually second phase.
That was fun.
I'm just gonna run away from whatever the fuck that is. Oh hey, the fire giant. I'll just stay over here. That's a fucking spirit bomb coming in. Holy shit! Oh! This shit killed me last time. Yo. What do I do about the fucking Radon meteor attack? I just fucking take it like a good boy? Spirit bomb. Yeah, cut that shit out. Oh, is that what you do about it? Just fucking hit him out of the animation? Alright, we're going hitless from now on. Alright. Boom! Fuck, he's won! Boom! Get that shit out of here. Good duo fight. Rare. The Demon Prince was a surprisingly good duo fight at the end of the terrible Dreg Heap. Afterwards gaining access to the meat of the DLC, the Ring City. And man does it look nice. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm the goat, I guess. Fuck! What the fuck? Is this the most auraful NPC ever? This guy's got that shit on. Oh, hey, a dragon. Ouchie. Holy shit. What the fuck? That was Godzilla. That was badass. Holy shit, this guy's tweaking out. Holy shit, my bridge dragon's going nuts. Boom. Boom. Random bridge dragon down. Eat shit. Once you pass through the Ring City, you get rewarded with a fairly empty swamp, until you go back up towards a bridge to a church. It's This one seems to be easier than the other one. As I get fucking pieced. Good damage. I'm in the Elden Ring DLC now. Okay. That was a fight, I suppose. Holy shit. Big woman. After defeating the Spear of the Church, there's nothing left stopping you from waking Filianor, which in turn transports you into the future at the end of the world after the fire finally fades out. Oh shit, wait, I'm here. Okay, so I fucking time traveled 7 trillion years. It's the one SpongeBob episode. Am I not going to the Gale fight? Like, where is... I am at the Gale fight. Where the fuck is Midir? Alright.
Handed over that thing, your dark soul.
Dark Soul. Holy shit. Yo, wait, why does he have so much health? Holy shit. Okay, phase 2. Okay, so there's a thunderstorm now to improve aura. He's standing now, this is terrifying. Oh, I got cooked. Yeah, this guy's got a lot of health bar. Oh wait, does this just become... Wait, no way. Oh shit. Wait, what the fuck? That's awesome. Does TP me to the boss room? Oh, it does. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, the cape is a weapon. It's kind of insane. Dodge. Fuck you. Oh, doing some bullshit. He's exploding. The fireballs, alright. Dude, he hits so fucking hard. It's like a fucking freight train. What is happening on my screen? ETP. Ooh. That shit. Yo, why the fuck did he TP? That was evil. Fuck! Oh, that could have been insane. Damn, I was kind of dialed. I almost beat him. This guy's fun. I like that he actually has a health bar. Got a health bar, but no bullshit going on. Good combo. Big hit for the fucking ring. Oh my god, the ultra combo! Oh my god, I got hit by that. And it was a grab the whole time. I didn't even know. Jesus, I got thrown. Whoa! That has never had a fourth attack. Slow the fuck down, Gale. You cannot be doing new shit nowadays. Oh my fucking god. He's like one hit away from second phase again. Oh! That shit hit me. Alright, so the run is cooked. The run was phenomenal until this point. Holy shit, dude, chill out. I can't even see what attack you're doing. Oh my fucking god! What type of range is that? I want to get this over with. But if I just close the game, and I can continue tomorrow, and it'll be awesome. I like this fight. We'll do 3 more attempts. Oh. But it feels like I could just win any attempt, but I just don't care to keep going until it happens right now. No way. That's tough. One more. Oh, that's so sad. You get fucked by the lightning? Oh, so I'm getting fucked. Oh my god. It only takes 3 more! Blood of the Dark Soul. I did it. I played 3 Dark Souls games to get Dark Souls 1. I can't describe how well crafted this DLC is within this type of video, but man is it amazing. This DLC is something that you would have to experience on your own to understand. The only thing left for me to do in the Ring City is fight its protector, Midir. So I missed a single doorway. Door. Right here. the whole time. Alright, Meteor, here I come. How's it going, buddy? I missed. Oh, so we're going fucking nuts. Oh, and he's got a health bar. Appears to be a well-crafted dragon fight, where he attacks and I dodge it, then I hit his face. Oh, here's the nuke. Oh, it keeps going. That's badass. This guy combos. Oh, don't greed there. Okay. I mean, he's got a good bit of health on him. I'm kind of terrified if there's a phase 2. It's looking pretty impossible to get 2 hits, so I'm just gonna give up now. It's pretty hard to fight the boss when my camera unlocks. Yo, my fucking camera. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Still? Can I see my boss, please? And I missed. Alright. Shit's starting to get obnoxious. Like, I can't... Listen, man. My camera's gonna unlock. I can't do shit about that. Yeah, and he has a phase 2. Yeah, like, good luck. Hey, this might kill me. Hey, I'm good. Got a little greedy there. Feel like I'm gonna win. This thing has so much health. Oh shit. Yo, you cannot tell if he's gonna do that. That's fucked up. That a guy with a tail. Okay, that's a bullshit combo right there. Insane I didn't get hit there. Oh, that's not good. Wait, no way. Does this kill? Oh. Oh my god, it does. What a good clutch. Great boss. Very cool. Not that hard though. The other DLC isn't nearly as good as the Ring City, but it is really cool nonetheless. The actual explorable area isn't that great, but the main and basically only boss is really good.
Only the flame
Feet.
quivering at misguided ash.
Miyazaki feet. Yes.
Avert thine eye.
Whoa, she's got moves. When do I hit her? Oh, fuck. I could hear her, but I couldn't see, like, what's... Method of choice for the boss. Swing through attacks. Like a beast. I don't know what to do. She goes invisible. Hey, what's up? It got me again. I'm just gonna swing into you now. Okay. Oh no. Phase 2? Oh no. So it's a duo fight now? Okay. This guy's has a chair on his ass, alright. Everything is confusing. Just try attacking him. Yeah, that's a little bit more damage. Okay. Oh, that was a boss fight. Oh, they're gonna come back, aren't they? Oh no! There's a third phase! Holy shit! Oh, okay. I don't fucking get it, man. She goes invisible and I get grabbed. What the fuck is... I haven't even seen that attack. What the fuck?! It's the godskin though. What?! How did I do that? No, her health bar's huge. Fuck. What the fucking hell? Okay. Only figure out how the invisible attack works, and then I'm good. The invisible attack that I literally cannot see. That boss fight. Okay, I guess I found how to solve the invisible attack. Fucking run at her. What the fuck is happening? Oh, okay, okay. Yo, this bitch is so fucking hard to dodge. I don't have enough stamina.
What the fuck?
Stop attacking, holy fuck. Oh, I wasn't looking. No fucking way. Is that one tap? Holy shit. Please? Uh-oh. Please? Oh, thank God. She was fucking scary. That shit as phase 3 is diabolical. There's 2 bonfires in the room. Oh, this takes me to the next DLC. That's unique, I suppose. From this point forward, this was just a boss rush of all bosses I missed, which I was overleveled for all of them, so there aren't that many clips. Just a smidge overpowered for that guy. I'm not in the spawn area, but like, dark. And there's gonna be a boss. Yeah, here we go. This is a nifty area. Oh, this is cool. This is first boss, but he's like not infected. Okay, so I just got bitched on. Okay, damn. Oh my god. Like to win here, sir. Yes. This is a cool concept boss. They're both bosses in this DLC NPC fights. Summon Stog. Okay, me versus Stog. Oh fuck, I'm cooked. Yeah, sit your ass down. Fuck out of here. And I'm gonna go end the game now. I go link the fire after a good couple extra hours of not doing that. And to end off the Dark Souls trilogy, I once more link the fire, and as seen in the Gale fight, the fire never rekindles. Well, I've linked the fire, and the Dark Souls cycle continues forever. I will probably always think that the bosses are the most important part of the Souls game, especially in the original Souls trilogy. The areas are more meant to complement the bosses that stand in your way. In a game like Elden Ring, which uses the Souls-like format in an open world, you can get away with the bosses being equally or sometimes less important than the areas. But one of the biggest things I think Dark Souls 1 and 2 fall flat in are some underwhelming bosses. There were a lot of bosses in the first 2 games that either had a very limited moveset or were such a gimmick it felt like a waste of a boss slot. The great thing about the Dark Souls 3 bosses is that not only do they have some pretty diverse attacks and movesets, the speed of bosses increased greatly. Paired with the movement in this game, the fights feel not only smoother but more captivating. To really make sure I was fairly judging these bosses, I went back into the game with unlimited health against unkillable bosses, just really getting a feel for every fight again. And the first boss of this game still amazes me. Udex Gundyr comes at you within the first 3 minutes of gameplay, and while not difficult by any means to someone who's played multiple Souls-like games, a new player could get stomped by this guy from many attempts. Not only does this fight have some really quick slashes, it has a phase too. Most bosses in the first 2 games only had 1 phase, and this game opens up with a pretty in-depth 2-phase fight. Gundyr had me really hopeful for this game within the first 5 minutes, showing me what FromSoft was capable of after creating a few Souls-likes. I also want to rank these bosses in a tier list, so boom, Udex Gundyr B tier. Which is surprising with how much I gassed him up, but there really are a good amount of great bosses in this game. The second boss lies at the bottom of Lothric, right before you travel down to the next area. Vort appears out of a portal of some sort, and is here to stop you from leaving the castle. This is the type of fight where you can go around or either stay close enough that attacks will miss you, but FromSoft learned from their past. Vort is able to be outmaneuvered somewhat, but he's able to move around enough to where you're still forced into dodging some swings and pokes. Vort is also pretty quick, and can catch you easily with some attacks, and similarly to Gundyr, there's also a second phase. It comes with some more moves, but mainly it's about Vort being able to charge at you across the arena, which is very fun to dodge. The only real issue I have with this fight is the frost breath he has, which only serves to give the player a handful of free hits. I would rather he just keeps swinging, but some people might really need the chance to spam some attacks. And I'm not one to pay attention to boss music, but come on. Vort stays near Gundyr in B. The next general area holds a handful of bosses. The first is the Curse Rod of Greatwood, which is the first boss I would classify as underwhelming. For a giant tree, it's honestly not a bad fight, but I don't know why I'm fighting a giant tree. As a moveset, it doesn't have much. Some swings, spins, and a ground pound. Something I can give this fight is that it surprises me every time I think about it. This thing is so goddamn weird in every aspect. To damage it, you have to smack its tree nuts or the egg clusters on the ankles. After one of the eggs are broken, it stomps down to the underground and releases its arm into the fight. The arm isn't too bad to watch for, but this whole fight is freaky. First C tier. An unfortunate next boss is the Crystal Sage, which is completely just a gimmick boss. This is not only a magic teleporting type of boss, it clones itself and you have to hit the right one. My first attempt at this boss I obviously didn't know the tell, which is just attack the one with purple magic instead of blue, so it was kind of annoying to fight. Otherwise this boss is extremely easy and a bit stupid. D tier. Past the shitty swamp lies the first great boss of this game, and one of my personal favorites. The Abyss Watchers are not only one of the most unique bosses from the series, it is one of the funniest. This boss opens with one of the most intimidating cutscenes in the game, with one of the Watchers slamming a sword through another Watcher. This gives you the holy shit this guy doesn't fuck around moment. But after you start doing some damage to the boss, others start to rise from the dead. This is what makes the boss so funny. The Abyss Watchers are locked into eternal combat with themselves, so not only are they attacking you, they attack each other at the same time. This just leads to some of the dumbest ganks out of nowhere, which can either be so funny or so annoying. After you bring down the main Watcher that has the health bar, from either your own sword or another Watcher's, you get brought into a scary-ass Phase 2 after losing Flask from the stupidity of Phase 1. Phase 2 brings you back into a 1v1, now with a powered-up Watcher fighting for all of them. The attacks are generally the same as Phase 1, which are already pretty good, but now it has a flame trail that makes them all hard to dodge and learn. This creates one of the coolest looking fights from this game, with both the player and boss dodging around each other trying to land heavy hits, until one falls for good. This is my first A tier of the game. Sadly, the next boss down this path is also kinda shit. High Lord Wolnir is cool, but not that good of a fight. You get to fight a giant abyss-bound skeleton king, but the only way to do damage is by breaking the rings on his wrists. This leads to some weird hitboxes and getting one shot if really unlucky. Besides some swings and hand slams, he can summon skeletons, puke abyss everywhere, or pull this crazy ass sword from the floor. Nothing else really happens in the fight, so he goes at the bottom of D. A boss that I missed the first time around is the old Demon King. Accessing this guy is determined by if you break this bridge and climb down. The boss fight is actually not that bad and kinda resembles the Asylum Demon from Dark Souls 1. This fight has a couple really unique attacks, like summoning this fire ring that you have to either be far enough away from or dodge out of it, which is pretty hard. I was actually getting hit a good amount of times when I went to refight him, so he was actually surprising me with his moveset. Sometimes you can run under him and hit behind him like most classic bosses, but he doesn't just let it happen with his moveset. The last cool thing is that at low health he will use the rest of his flame to explode the area around him, leaving him in such a weakened state he can't attack you anymore. This guy was way better than I expected before refighting him. B tier. And the final boss of this section of the game, the Deacons of the Deep. I didn't even go back through the cathedral to fight them, this fight is ass. Nothing happens and you beat on some old men for 2 minutes. D tier. Now moving on to the next main section of bosses, we'll start by going down past the dungeons of Irithyll to the Profaned Capital. The second Lord of Cinder, Yorm the Giant, is really cool. They decided to make the fight a gimmick fight though, instead of doing anything else with the Lonely Giant. The moveset isn't actually that special. He has a giant weapon with some heavy swings, and at half health he fires up to have some extra swag, but nothing really changes. The secret is to use the weapon next to his throne, which just lets you 5-tap him with minimal effort. This all combines to make a pretty lame conclusion to the Lord of Cinder. C tier. Back in the center of Irithyll, Pontiff Sullivan is a boss who almost all of my experience comes from refighting him for a while. Pontiff is a really cool boss completely. Not only does his arena perfectly match the feel of the boss model, he also comes equipped with 2 different swords. 2 swords mean you have to learn a good amount of attacks from both swords, as well as watch for swings from each direction. Pontiff feels really good to fight, with quick swings into slow follow-ups or vice versa. If you stay right on top of him, some swings go right over you, leaving you with a perfect chance for an extra hit. At half health he enters his phase 2, where he's able to summon a clone of himself with the exact same moveset. The clone is pretty easy to take care of, because in my experience, when the clone is out, the attacks give you ample time to attack and bring it down. Pontiff also now uses his wings for slams and nukes, and overall he just feels really good to fight. Great add to A tier. The last of the small cluster of bosses is Aldrich, which has a cool aesthetic but is not that fun to fight. Aldrich is fought in the same arena as Ornstein and Smough from Dark Souls 1, and has the face of Gwendolyn from Dark Souls 1 as well. It combines moves from Gwendolyn as well as the scythe from Priscilla for a small moveset. It's some magic attacks and a swing, and Aldrich will teleport after doing 1 or 2 attacks. This plays similar to the Crystal Sage, which has proven to not be the most fun ever, but at least Aldrich doesn't have any clones. At half health, Aldrich also flame powers up, but nothing really changes. Overall, this fight is an upgraded version of the Crystal Sage with some Dark Souls 1 nostalgia. C tier. After defeating 3 Lords of Cinder, the last remains at the top of Lothric Castle. This means you have to defeat the castle gatekeeper, the Dancer. This is a really floaty, scary fight that I still haven't learned all the moves of. The Dancer is the counterpart to Vort, one protecting the entrance to the castle and one protecting the exit. Both are from the Boreal Valley that is home to Irithyll, so they share similar looks. The dancer starts with only one sword, covered in fire that can light the arena ablaze, which is a nice detail. All of the dancer's moves are really smooth, as a dancer would be. The attacks are super difficult to read but have loads of time in between them to where you can get many hits off, especially if you stay behind her and smack the butt a lot. The real difficulty comes from phase 2, where similar to Pontiff, she takes out a darker sword to complement the fire. The attacks start to become more overwhelming, with some being extremely difficult to dodge. She usually opens up phase 2 with the spin cycle, which ends up taking around 7 spins before you have to dodge in and get a hit off. She really kicks up the difficulty compared to some of the bosses around her, unless you just power through her health bar. This is another addition to B tier, but at the very top. With access to the top of the castle, you can find the old King Osiris who has gone mad in his attempts to become a dragon. This is one of the weirdest fights in this series, but it does it in such an impressive way. Osiris has gone blind, but he carries his invisible child with him that is either invisible or an illusion to keep him in his arena. This weird setup combined with the voice lines throughout the fight really sets it apart in its own way. The fight isn't that complicated, with phase 1 being some swings from his cane and a couple jump attacks. There are also some ice attacks similar to Seath from Dark Souls 1, who Osiris has slightly turned into. At the start of phase 2 he realizes that he might die in this fight, and smashes the baby on the floor to fight at full strength. Phase 2 is completely different and you start fighting way more of a beast than a man. With tail spins, lunges, claws, and bites, combined with the jump attacks and ice magic from phase 1, he becomes more of a threat. The key to this fight is that most of the attacks will miss if you're too close to him, so he doesn't pose too much of a challenge. I like the freakiness of the fight, but it lands in low B tier. Just past Osiris, there are two very important things. One is the dragon emote, and one is this hidden wall past the emote. This hidden wall gives you access to the spawn area from the past, where the fire is even less. This was the time of Gundyr, the first boss of the game, who was set to be a Lord of Cinder but arrived to Firelink too late. With us traveling back to this time, we were able to fight Gundyr at his peak, leading to one of the best fights in the game. This guy has moves from Udex Gundyr, while obviously having many more. Some of the attacks are so fast that it's hard to react to them, with some being the complete opposite. At half health, instead of him turning into the giant mass, he enrages and started hitting even harder with more moves into the pot. Champion Gundyr is more of an optional for fun boss, but damn is he fun. This guy manages to land in the A tier. The next checkpoint boss in the castle is the Dragon Slayer armor. This boss is just kind of in the middle of the castle, doesn't have a personality but comes with mad swag. I'll be honest, the armor doesn't really do anything special besides use its shield as a weapon sometimes, but this is just a fun fight. At half health it powers up to have some extra lightning, and the skeleton butterflies around the arena start shooting lasers and projectiles that don't really affect anything. I think this might be the absolute middle ground boss of the game. Really fun, moves aren't that unique, but can scare you with damage sometimes. This guy's in the direct center of B. Now that nothing stands between you and the king of the castle, the boss stopping you from linking the flame is able to be fought. Not only does this boss have a good arena, it is one of the most interesting fights in this game. It starts with a 1v1 between you and Lorien, a former royal warrior who is now disabled in multiple ways. He has not lost his ability to beat ass though, because with 0 working legs he can swing very fast and hit very hard. That alone wouldn't be too bad, but they let this guy move around in a different way. Lorien can teleport, allowing him to move around the arena, continue combos or even change them, and most importantly on occasion can unlock the camera. The camera not working at all times with the teleporting is the only issue I have with this fight. It's one of the few just unfair things any boss has in this game. The aforementioned Curse of the Twins allows Lothric to revive Lorien, and they begin to fight as one for the second phase. Not much changes attack-wise in this phase, except Lorien has a couple magic attacks that you have to watch for. There are now 2 health bars, meaning you can damage Lothric on Lorien's back while you kill Lorien. And every time you kill Lorien again, he gets brought back until you bring Lothric down. I really like the design of this fight. It's kind of in the middle of a normal fight and a gimmick fight. I think it works really well, and is only held back a little by the teleporting camera bug. This is a great A tier. Before the final boss, there's one last optional secret area that holds 2 bosses. One is very good, and one is very bad. The first boss of the Archdragon Peak is the Ancient Wyvern, which is the least fightable boss fight. All you do is run around this path in the arena, get above the dragon and plunge attack on its head. It's a cool 3-second kill, but it's not a boss fight. I rank this as the worst fight in the game, but it could be swapped with any of the D tiers honestly. The other fight though is one of the best from the base game. It is a lot of people's favorite boss as well. After ringing the bell and summoning the Storm King comes to kill you. The first phase of this fight I'm not the biggest fan of, and I can imagine most people aren't either. It starts with the Nameless King on the Wyvern, and the attacks are all really slow but extremely powerful. It has classic dragon combat with a fire breath and some flying, but overall it's just a slow phase 1. The real fight starts after you kill the Wyvern, and the Nameless King empowers his spear by finishing it off, similar to Ornstein and Smough in Dark Souls 1. The Nameless King phase of the fight might be an S tier by itself, separated from phase 1. The attacks hit even harder, but they are telegraphed to a degree that engages you in the best way. Knowing you get 2-tapped really forces you to focus on this phase, but it doesn't have an enormous moveset to where it feels unfair. The combos feel great to dodge. The attacks where he either flies towards you or past you are fun to time, and you are given perfect chances to get your attacks in between combos. I haven't mentioned the arena yet either, but you've been looking at it while I've been talking. The fact that you are just fighting in the storm in the air really adds to the atmosphere of this fight. This goes in the A tier, really only held back by the first phase. Finally, for the end of base game, the Soul of Cinder. This boss is truly astonishing in many ways. Not only is this one of the best arenas in the series, and probably the coolest looking area in the game, with an eclipsed dark sign bleeding into the sky, the boss is amazing. This fight is meant to be you versus the linking of the flame personified into an enemy, which ends up being extremely similar to the player from all 3 games. It has 4 different weapons, all with unique movesets, and a second phase. This fight took me longer than it probably should have, because I wanted to be in this guy's face so bad because of his moveset. It is so fun to have so many attacks to learn and dodge, all while being in possibly my favorite arena of any boss ever. Soul cycles through a sword, scimitar, lance, and magic in the first phase. And the magic can carry over to the next weapon swap at times, creating a terrifying version of this boss. After you get through the health bar, the soul stabs the sword into the ground, releasing its power to make sure to kill you. This is the point the boss goes from a deep moveset to the reincarnation of the first fire linker ever, Gwyn. At the start of the second phase, the music also changes to include Gwyn's iconic piano, which on first listen will bring you back to Gwyn completely. With moves similar to the final boss of the first game, this guy has some power. These swings will hit you extremely hard, and it will sometimes release a devastating grab combo that takes up most of the arena. Soul of Cinder truly surprised me in how many attacks it had, which ended with it being my favorite boss of the base game. And almost my favorite boss entirely. The Soul is the first boss to land in the S tier. With all the base game bosses covered, we now enter into the 2 DLCs of the game, which have either really amazing bosses or shit bosses. There's actually no in between, it's really weird. The first DLC takes us into the Painted World, which has changed a lot since Dark Souls 1. There are only 2 bosses in this DLC. The first one is sadly really bad. Breaking this bridge and going down to this really icy underground type of area, you find the champion's Gravetender and his wolf. I didn't even feel like going back and refighting this boss. It's one NPC and a wolf mini-boss that is so quick and unreadable it's annoying. This fight lands a D tier with the other shitters. The other boss of this DLC though is a really good boss, so it's okay if one is terrible for the other one to shine. The Sister Freed fight is a great finale to this DLC, which feels more like a short story than a fully fledged addition to the lore. The entire DLC tells you that when 2 Ash meet, a flame will alight. With Sister Freed being an Ash, and you being one as well, you know some shit's gonna go down during this fight. The first phase isn't too difficult. It's pretty close to an NPC fight, but Freed has much better movement than the usual NPC gang, and she uses her scythe for some quick swings. I love scythes by the way, so bonus points. The only thing the first phase has that's scary is this invisible attack, where she jumps to a spot and charges up a grab. Once you figure out that you just have to figure out where she landed, you can get a free hit every time. After she goes down, Father Ariandel in the back goes a little insane and resurrects her, as she has the same ability to come back as we do. The second phase cutscene also shows Ariandel lighting the place ablaze, fulfilling the prophecy of the DLC. The second phase is more focused on beating up Ariandel, while Freed watches from the back, not doing that much. Ariandel is really easy to dodge and hit from behind, so this phase goes down pretty easy as well. Part of this fight that is really amazing though is what I didn't expect whatsoever. After phase 2, when both collapse, Freed comes back one last time for a 3rd health bar, more powerful than before by a long shot. Now with 2 scythes, using ice and black flame, she does not fuck around. This was one of the most intimidating bosses I fought in this game, not only because you have to fight 2 phases to get here, but also because her moveset gets even faster and harder to dodge, and she keeps the movement she had before. Trying to take her out all while the arena continues to burn around you makes this fight so epic, which is why I landed this fight in S tier below the Soul of Cinder. The Ring City DLC is quite possibly the best section of the Dark Souls trilogy, with great bosses as well. The first boss comes with a pretty surprising reveal, after making it past a pretty terrible area at the start of the DLC. After figuring out the Dreg Heap, you jump down into the first boss fight of the second DLC, the Twin Demons. This fight just throws you into a duo fight, so the first attempt is terrifying. The thing though is that this is actually a good duo fight. It follows the method of one is aggressive and quick, while the other is slow and more passive. One demon swings at you while using the demon fire powers, while the other doesn't have the fire and sprays poison attacks across the arena. After wailing on the aggressive one for a bit, they swap movesets, as one powers up and one powers down. And if you haven't killed one yet by the swap, you either have to fight both to get the kill or wait for the next cycle. This part of the fight isn't the most amazing, but it works pretty well, so I like it. Now depending on which one you kill first, the other after it's defeated will use the power of both to go second phase, and really start getting crazy. The remaining demon uses the rest of its flame to turn into the Demon Prince, and it's now able to use its wings as well as some demon magic. The demon still uses the normal swings that slashes, but it throws in some fireballs and ground slams. Depending on which version of the prince you are fighting, it will come with a different huge attack. One forms a giant meteor attack that you have to hit it out of or else you lose the entire health bar, and the other unleashes a crazy laser attack. Overall, this fight works very well starting as a duo fight, and it continues to feel good in the second phase. This fight makes its way to the top of A tier. The next fight is the last shitter D tier boss. The Half-Life fight is just a quick NPC gank that goes down in a couple attacks. It hits hard as hell though, so watch out. Nothing happens in here and it just stops you from reaching the end boss for a few minutes. And D tier is complete. From this point I'm going a little out of order of what would usually be fought. The optional boss of the DLC is the dragon that harasses you throughout exploring the Ringed City, which you get to fight on this bridge before it falls down to its boss room. I also accidentally clipped straight down with him though, so check this out really quick. Oh, 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 oh. Wait, what? Shortcut. Midir is some people's favorite boss of the entire Soul series, and I can honestly see why. I think this guy maxes out the WoW meter. Everything about this fight on a visual sense is phenomenal. Not only is it a badass black and purple abyss dragon, it's in this magnificent cavern as the arena, and I wouldn't argue if you said this was the best arena of the game. As for actual gameplay, I think Midir is pretty solid, but I don't think he excels in his attacks. I think it took me about 2 or 3 attempts to fully learn 80% or more of his attacks. Midir has some nicely telegraphed swings and bites, as a dragon would, and some extra fire attacks. The thing that makes this a really great fight, especially for a dragon, is that after every attack you're given a chance to hit its head, leading to a great dodge the attack to get rewarded fight. The attacks and movement also force you to stay in front, meaning this isn't just a fight against a giant enemy where you can smack their ass for long enough until they die. Midir also has the most badass attack in the game, and possibly the series, in his Godzilla-type plasma beam that explodes after firing. This shit is so cool and you cannot argue against that. The last special attack he has is a short rampage of breathing fire everywhere while swinging at you, but you only have to dodge the fire once and then run after him to get a hit in. At half health, the Abyss either takes Midir over or he uses the Abyss to help him fight. He explodes into his second phase where he starts to use some attacks similar to Manus from Dark Souls 1, where souls start to float at you, which once again looks great but isn't that scary. And that is basically the gameplay for this fight. The only other attack is one that I only saw after fighting him for about 10 minutes, but it was worth it completely. I had heard about Midir's laser having the most aura of the entire series, but I didn't get it after beating him the first time. Check this attack out real quick. S tier, above Freed, below Soul of Cinder. Now for the final boss of the entire Dark Souls trilogy. I don't want to lore dump in the boss section, especially not at the very end, but I need to get some points set up beforehand. To access the very first DLC, an NPC named Gale tricks you into the painting. During the DLC, a small painter girl talks to you about Gale, and how he's gone out to gain the Dark Soul to bring back to her. This is also that she can paint a new painted world, one different from the others. Throughout the Ringed City DLC, you see Gale's phantom, almost like you're following him to the corner of the world. All of this comes to make sense after you're transported into the future, now at the end of the world. The game directly shows you that the cycle of flame has finally ended, and almost nothing remains. And now the important part. Once you run through the wasteland, past a half-devoured man with black blood, you find the final enemy of the game. At the end of everything, Gale remains the same as you do, but he has spent his days eating every human he can find, all in attempts to get the Dark Soul back to the painted world. It has been so long though that Gale has been consumed by his efforts, even now with the hole in his chest showing the dark sign. Once he notices you, the fight starts, with you being another man to devour, and Gale being another boss to fight. The thing though is that none of this would matter if it weren't for the player, as Gale would never be able to return to the painted world in his insane state. The player is able to because of the bonfires, so maybe it's possible the Dark Soul was delivered. But on to the actual fight. This fight has earned its spot as the best fight in the series. With all the backstory, the arena being the entire wasteland, the only thing needed would be a great fight to perfect the Dark Souls formula. And Gale comes to bring it home, starting with the first phase. Phase 1 sees you fight Gale while at his lowest. He can't contain the Dark Soul, and it has turned him into a beast himself. He fights almost on all fours with a broken sword, all while screaming the whole time. The attacks are great, with combos being telegraphed and feeling amazing to dodge. Some attacks allow you to dodge and end up perfectly in place to attack, and some are long combos that are fun to learn and dodge. The first phase isn't too complex, but just feels good to fight. The second phase, Gale sees the blood we've caused him, and he realizes he has completed his goal. Seeing the black blood, understanding that he has acquired the Dark Soul, he explodes into the second phase. Now the culmination of however many thousands of souls he's taken for himself, Gale stands back up and attacks at a level greater than Phase 1. With a completely different moveset, Gale's swings all come with a directional cape swing that forces the dodge to be in the correct direction. So already the boss is less freestyleable, but there are even more attacks that can destroy the player. Gale starts to use magic, his crossbow, and is jumping more and more. This is all happening while the arena gets covered in a storm, which at half health of the second phase starts to actually strike lightning down around the two of you. At the same time, Gale starts to either lose control of the souls or uses them to help him fight. In agony, Gale explodes the souls out of him, which can float towards you to do damage. This is followed by an attack with huge range from across the arena. At low health, Gale's combos start to become lengthy, and without knowing where to dodge can easily catch you and kill you. But after enough of the battle, the Slave Knight goes down, and the player gains the Blood of the Dark Soul, which can be given to the Painter Girl in the first DLC, possibly leading to a new world being created. And as one last note, all of Gale's efforts were done while being a hollow, just like you. Gale is the easiest S tier on this list. I don't know how anyone could say otherwise. So as you can see, this game has some of the best bosses, and a handful that are okay to subpar. Compared to the first two games of the trilogy, I think at least half of the bosses are better than almost all from the first two games. It just goes to show how much FromSoft was able to figure out the bosses and how to make them play much better while still being enjoyable. While I tend to like bosses that pose a challenge for maybe a few hours, the bosses in this game were crafted well enough that it actually surprised me in multiple cases. This game does not disappoint in the boss department, which is something that I still think is the most important in this type of game. I didn't go too deep into boss lore in this section, but some of the bosses are amplified by their story, which is something that was seen in the other Souls games, but in this game it felt better to me. This is purely an opinions thing, but I think that the bosses in this game completely excel compared to the rest of the series, and are some of the greatest bosses of anything I've ever played. I think that in the Souls series, and probably all Souls-likes, the areas are meant to build up to boss fights, which can be directly seen with bosses being either a checkpoint or the end of an area. I'll start this entire section by saying that I do not like exploring areas as in-depth as possible, and usually just casually make my way through them. I realized in my Dark Souls 2 video that the areas can be as important as the bosses, but in different ways. I've come to my own conclusion that Souls-like areas are either better or worse based on vibes. I don't really have another way to put it besides if an area looks good or is nice to traverse, I'm gonna like it better than other areas. Normal enemies don't have the biggest impact on my enjoyment of areas, as they all serve the same purpose in different ways. The only enemies that ever stand out to me are quick fun fights like the Black Knights or the Ringed City Knights, and really annoying ones like any dog. The middle ground is something that I don't really think about while playing these games, so in this section I'm mostly going to emphasize on either the setting or the layout of the area. So booting up into the game, FromSoft starts you in a pretty smooth starting area. While showing off the new graphics, you get a pretty lonely feeling from this corner of the world, right before you walk through the exit and see the giant walls of Lothric. I enjoy how alone you feel in the Cemetery of Ash, and the view of the castle shows you the world upcoming for your journey. And if you look the other way, you can get a preview of Firelink in this game, which I ended up loving. While I think Majula from Dark Souls 2 is beautiful, it never really felt like it fit into the game for me. Firelink in this game though feels exactly how it should. The dark home base with few NPCs feels like how the end of the world should. I do quite like the Firekeeper's fit as well, so some bonus points here. From Firelink you're able to travel into the castle you looked at before, and it even gives you a door to open to get the grand reveal. This reveal was that moment I knew this game would have my favorite atmosphere of the three. The entirety of Lothric Castle is covered in an almost golden glow similar to Anor Londo in a way, but not quite. Nonetheless, the castle looks amazing, and I greatly appreciate that I'm able to explore almost all of it later on in the game. The complete area has a plethora of enemies, ranging from dogs and skeletons to dragons and mages. The entire time going through this castle gives the feeling that this castle is not as grand as it looks, mainly because the cycle of fire is finally ending. My favorite part of the castle though, is when you reach the very top, after you get back outside near the bridge. The sky being turned a deep orange with the eclipse in the background is just amazing to look at, and really amplifies the feeling of being towards the end of the game. From the castle you get flown down to another chunk of the game, being the Undead Settlement and other more natureful areas. The settlement always felt really backwoodsy, with all the slow enemies and stone buildings. It almost has the same feel as the cemetery at the start, with the being in the middle of nowhere. The settlement connects to the Road of Sacrifices, which has the same look to it, but leads you into a fairly bright and alive swamp. I like this first swamp area, it feels really welcoming for some reason. From here you could break off into the Fair and Keep or the Cathedral at the Deep. I'll just get the Cathedral out of the way first. I did not like the Cathedral almost the entire time I was there. It took so long to traverse, all while having some annoying enemies. I like the outside a decent bit, with near sunset lighting, but the inside I dislike. It has the dark cultist look to it, but it was just so bad to be in that it started to reflect the gameplay. So maybe it gets bonus points for being as dark as it felt. The other path takes you through the Fair and Keep, which isn't much better. It's just a dark swamp right after the other swamp that I kinda like. I don't hate the Fair and Keep, but it forces you to run around and light 3 flames to proceed, which is really random compared to every other area that doesn't have something like this. Keep isn't the best area, but I at least liked how the swamp looked. There's also a small connector area between the first swamp and the boss room that is like a small fortress in a way, which was a random but nice addition to the area. After the Keep is the Catacombs, which isn't that great the whole way. This is the first area where the enemies are a factor in how I felt about the area. The enemies were annoying the entire time, and it featured skeletons, pinwheels, rats, and more on top of being a very cramped area. Overall, the Catacombs just aren't fun to go through, and the only bonfire that's actually in the area is so hidden I wasn't aware it existed. It does though connect to the boss room with this nice looking cave, which actually connects to the smoldering lake underground. I didn't really look around the smoldering lake as I was at the end of my playthrough when I went there. It has some parts similar to the Catacombs, so not good, but the main part in the boss room show off some really cool tree pillars that make the area look really unique. Finally, back to good areas. The Boreal Valley showcases one of the best uses of area reveals FromSoft has done. Walking out of the shit-ass catacombs to the beauty of Irithyll is a great moment in the game. Irithyll is maybe my favorite area in the game, and if not, it's really close. Already a good snow area can be nice to look at, but they topped it off with matching architecture and a huge moon in the backdrop. And Pontiff's place is right in the center, has a huge set piece to the view. Everything about the look of Irithyll is done almost perfectly. Past Pontiff and upwards we find the remains of Anor Londo, which I think might look better in this game than the first one. Obviously the graphics have been updated, but the grand center of Anor Londo against the grey clouds and black sky make it look so grand, even though it is completely devoid of life. The destroyed inside of the building I don't care about too much, but it works well with the upcoming boss. Aldrich is enough of a freaky boss that I think it warrants how dreary they made the inside of Anor Londo. Otherwise, I think they made Anor Londo look almost as great as the first time around. The other path from Irithyll is down, which takes you first into the sad dungeon. The dungeon might be my least favorite in the game, comparable to the cathedral. The dungeon has the sad dark feel of a dungeon, but it has enemies that lower your health bar length for a time. All while being a little confusing to navigate, this area is just another underground area I don't care for. After enough back and forth you get to the profaned capital, which at first seemed really awesome, but it isn't that big of an area, so it's only so great. In this giant cave is this huge broken tower, which is one of the better sights in the game. Besides the main tower though, the rest is a short walkway to Yorm, so it's not that special compared to other areas. A small side area I didn't talk about yet is the Untended Graves, which is found past the boss fought in Lothric Castle. The graves are the same area as the cemetery, except for the fact that there's no light at all. This area is very interesting story-wise, as it is meant to show the backstory for the first boss. This area is actually really cool to traverse, in complete darkness. You also get to look into Firelink with only one NPC there, which is a really neat section of the game. The only other extra area before the final base game area is the Archdragon Peak, which at first seems way too normal for a Dark Souls area. The landscape is really light with white rocks and a blue sky. This feels out of place to me, but it is really unique compared to the usual. The real cool part of the area comes after ringing the bell, which summons the storm into the entire area. This makes the peak turn from welcoming and bright to really dark and ominous. I don't dislike this area, but I also don't like it that much. Now, the kiln of the first flame is most likely my favorite area in this game. After a long cutscene to send you to the final boss, the area title reveals that you are back to the same kiln that you fought Gwyn in the first game. But you're in Firelink still, with no fire. When you walk out of the entrance, you see the most unique and amazing area designed from the game. The sky is dark, the eclipse bleeds into it, the mountains range across the world, and the giant tree holding the final boss is looked over by the buildings of the world falling in on themselves. This area is so cool concept-wise, all while feeling like the perfect final fight. You're in a way transported to the end of the world, to fight the thing that keeps the world alive. The tree that the arena sits on comes to a peak, with small flowers and swords everywhere. This area is jaw-dropping all around, and really feels like the final area to the series, even though the DLCs still come afterwards. As for the DLCs, there are only a few distinct areas between the two. The first DLC is really one big area, taking up the entire painted world. It takes the same snowy design of the Dark Souls 1 painting, except this one is much larger, and takes place on the ground instead of a raised area. And directly compared to the snow area of Dark Souls 3, I think Irithyll is much better than the painted world. Irithyll has the Magic Wonderland type of feel, while Ariandel has the I'm Lost in the Woods type of feel. The majority of this area is dusted in snow while being covered in trees and rocks. I wasn't particularly happy exploring this area, and more felt like I just wanted to get to the bosses. The small town has less snow in it than the start of the area, which just makes it feel worse. I've always thought that ground covered partially by snow but still has some of the grass bowing out is one of the worst types of weather. Now the main church that holds the boss fight of the DLC I like. It gives off the feeling of home in the snow while being welcoming at the same time. It's like the good area that lets you be out of the bad area. The overall Ariandel area I don't like that much, so the boss fight really carried the DLC for me. And finally onto the second DLC and the last batch of areas in the game. The first section is the Dreg Heap, which connects the kiln of the first flame to the Ringed City by making you explore through some of the sideways landscape. I think this is also one of the coolest looking areas, but it might be the worst in the game. It still has the eclipse in the sky, but the enemies really take away from it. There are these angels that just shoot at you from the sky and can only be killed by finding the summoners and killing them. The only issue with this is that they hid the summoners extremely well for some reason, so making your way through without a walkthrough is really saddening. There's also a side part to the Drag Heap that mimics a Dark Souls 2 area with a couple enemies from the game as well, so that was a cool add-in. After making it through the area and past the boss, you get flown down to the Ring City, the main area of this DLC. The Ring City is the most secluded area of this game, being even farther out than the Kiln. The first view you get of the area is the city surrounded by a stone wall with the golden sun glow that Orlando had. This area is so awesome to look at the entire time. Not only is the architecture of the buildings better than most areas, the weather really brings it all together. The area almost lets you know that the stone wall is meant to keep the people in instead of other things out, just because of how sad and dusty everything is. While the city looks amazing, the citizens are not able to go anywhere even if they wanted to. The bottom of the city holds a swamp for some reason, and this is obviously not worth remembering, especially because it's pretty empty. Next to the swamp is a grave tower that goes down into the earth, because where else would it go? Maybe at the very bottom of this tower is the Meteor Arena, who holds back the abyss from the city. The abyss that is most likely caused by all the humans in the city. The arena is a huge cave occupied by the dragon, but you can see how huge it is compared to the city, making you wonder how the landscape is even laid out. In the very last area, which is less of an area and way more of a boss room, is the remnants of the Ringed City, or maybe even the world, after an extremely long period of time has passed. This could be 100 years, 1,000 years, or maybe tens of thousands of years before the character comes back. This arena shows the end of the fire linking cycle, and the end of civilization in general. Without a soul taking power over the world, there's close to nothing at all. No soul of light anymore means the world collapses. No takeover from the dark soul, or from chaos or death, means that nothing can thrive. I think you can see this the most just by looking at the sky. Not only is the sun still there, the world's natural light, the sky also looks kinda dark in a way. Neither the light or the dark take over, and only a neutral hue cast over the world. This is one of the most interesting themes to come from this game. The area is created amazingly to show this, with the sky I mentioned before, but the entire landscape is only some ruins from former areas and desert dunes of ash. The fire has finally died out, and all that remains is the ash. The areas in this game are the first of the series that I really felt something from. In Dark Souls 1 I liked the map design, but the areas didn't stand out to me that much besides a select few. The same mostly goes for Dark Souls 2, and some areas in that game I did actually really like. But in this game it felt different. They went for more out there designs to some of the area themes, which just made them stand out more to me. When I picture some of the areas I can see them vividly, as for the first two games I can't really do that the same. I really enjoyed most of the Dark Souls 3 areas, which is something I can't say for most games I've played, so I really feel like this game did a great job with them. This section is a little crazy compared to the first three. I wanted to talk a little about the story in this video because there are so many points to the story that add to the game for me. Usually I'm interested in learning the stories for this archetype of game after I beat it. Usually I pick up on a couple of story bits mid-playthrough and end up liking the game even more after I finish it. I'm obviously not a lore expert, and there are many much better sources to get the story from than me, so I'm mainly just going to go over some parts of the story that I either liked or found interesting. The first main thing to talk about is how the first game is heavily connected to the third game. Dark Souls 2 is connected to Dark Souls 1, but in more of a same world way instead of a more direct route the third game went in. The direct linking of the first game gave the story an easy starting point to build off of. Using the elements of the first game, they flash forward to where the fire linking cycle is dying out, so the game has a completely different tone. Instead of being the hero trying to bring back the Age of Fire, you're the next in line of people trying to keep the embers burning. The whole game reeks of tragedy and the end of different characters' stories. The first area of the game showcases a former candidate for the linking of the fire, who in his failure ends up as the boss we see now. The Fire Keeper herself has realized that the fire linking should end, giving you access to multiple endings that don't link the flame. Lothric in general has many pieces to talk about. The entire castle is dedicated to creating a fire linker, but at some point either stopped succeeding at that objective or never did. The King Osiris wanted to become a dragon after his son was born insanely diseased, leading to the small dragon we fight in the gardens. The firstborn Lorien was a great warrior that defeats the Demon Prince, most likely the one fought in the DLC, and the prophesized fire linker Lothric was the one born with the body working against him. At some point, Lorien took some of Lothric's pain to where they could live together until the end of the first flame, actively fighting against the linking of the fire. Because the twins are stopping the fire from being linked, some of the past Lords of Cinder who had previously linked the flame are resurrected by the Fire Link Shrine in a last-ditch effort to link the fire. Knowing that this would eventually happen, a man from the Painted World uses this to his advantage. After taking over Irithyll, as well as what remains of Orlando, Pontiff Sullivan has his own plans to take over the world. With the profaned flame in his basement, Orlando in his attic, and a horde of mutant minions, Pontiff has a good plan for world domination. He sends two of his strongest minions to watch the twins and Lothric, as well as stop anyone from progressing towards linking the flame. At the same time, he lures Aldrich, one of the Lords of Cinder, to Anor Londo to devour the poisoned Gwendolyn from Dark Souls 1, who was also most likely poisoned by Pontiff as well. Pontiff is the most connected to the story character, and I think was going to be the final boss at some point, but that was changed. The Pontiff is really interesting with how many parts he has involvement in. The Lords of Cinder are less interesting to me, but still play an important role in the game. The Watchers were a group of warriors with the task of stopping the Abyss wherever it went, but ended up being corrupted themselves. This obviously leads to the endless wake up and murder each other cycle they were stuck in during the boss fight. Yorm the Giant was the giant leader of the underground capital, which was comprised of humans that hated him. Yorm still wanted to protect them from the profane flame, but in linking the flame ended up destroying the city anyway. After being brought back from the grave, he has tasked anybody with killing him if he doesn't link it again, including the player who does it in-game. Aldrich is a cannibal who consumed so many that he turned into a massive goop and bones. He goes on to be brought back and not want to link the flame, but instead consume gods. This leads to the Aldrich in the boss fight having the appearance of Gwendolyn, the remaining god in Anor Londo. In the Archdragon Peak resides the Nameless King, who was Gwyn's firstborn child of war. This man destroyed probably thousands of dragons, and after ruling Anor Londo after Gwyn's linking of the fire, moved on to live with the dragons. Changing his ways, he disappears from the royal family and stays in the Archdragon Peak for the entire series. Much later on in Anor Londo, Ornstein chases after him, as they were war buddies that both want a different life. In its most vulnerable state, the first flame defends itself by creating a mix of all fire linkers. With the previous Lords of Cinder already being brought back to life, there isn't someone at the flame to defend it from those who want to use its power instead of linking it. This defender is the Soul of Cinder, the final boss of the base game, which uses the previous Fire Linker's movesets as its own, having 5 different weapons you need to fight. The painted world of Ariandel is very reminiscent of the painted world of Ariamis from Dark Souls 1. This is because of the natural progression of the paintings, which will all eventually burn and be painted anew. In the Ariandel version, there remains a nun who keeps the painting the same, not allowing the painting to burn. In the fight with Black Flame Freed, you'll fulfill the prophecy and let the painting burn, and are eventually able to give the painter girl the current painting the means to create the next world, which some like to think could be another one of the FromSoft games, but this is something that would never be confirmed anyway. The Dreg Heap shows off the convergence of the world at the end of the first flame, in the most bizarre and literal way possible, creating one of the coolest looking areas in the game. This could be one of the areas where the character could be pulled forward or backwards in time, which happens a few times in the game more directly. It's more of a background idea, but any of the time travel sections are just used to show off really cool concept, like Gundir's past or the end of the world. The Ring City is the home of the humans that Gwyn wanted to stay weak and not oppose his world of light, as the humans had the power of darkness, and were always connected to the Abyss. Gwyn left his light over the city, which was not only protected by an outer wall while being at the edge of the world, it was also guarded by a dragon tasked with keeping the Abyss in check. The dragon, Midir, ends up being a boss we stop from being fully consumed by the Abyss. At the other end of the city, we're able to reach Filianor, Gwyn's youngest daughter who sleeps to keep the city safe. In her sleep, she is able to imagine a beautiful city that never ages, which is why when we wake her, time passes at an insane rate, and we are transported to the complete end of the world, to a plane of nothingness. And as for Gale himself, I'll just repeat what I said in my boss section. To access the very first DLC, an NPC named Gale tricks you into the painting. During the DLC, a small painter girl talks to you about Gale, and how he's gone out to gain the Dark Soul to bring back to her. This is also that she can paint a new painted world, one different from the others. Throughout the Ring City DLC, you see Gale's phantom, almost like you're following him to the corner of the world. All of this comes to make sense after you're transported into the future, now at the end of the world. The game directly shows you that the cycle of flame has finally ended, and almost nothing remains. Now the important part. Once you run through the wasteland, past a half-devoured man with black blood, you find the final enemy of the game. At the end of everything, Gale remains the same as you do, but he's spent his days eating every human he can find, all in attempts to get the Dark Soul back to the painted world. It has been so long though that Gale has been consumed by his efforts, even now with the hole in his chest showing the dark sign. Once he notices you, the fight starts, with you being another man to devour, and Gale being another boss to fight. The thing though is that none of this would matter if it weren't for the player, as Gale would never be able to return to the painted world in his insane state. The player is able to because of the bonfires, so maybe it's possible the Dark Soul was delivered. And as one last note, all of Gale's efforts were done while being a hollow, just like you. Like I said already, I'm no lore expert, and I've just recycled things other people have figured out years before me. I do truly believe that the story in this game doesn't just make it better, it amplifies it to a greater degree. The stories in the first 2 games were great, but something about the end of the world theme in this game makes it so much better for me. Building off of the Dark Souls 1 story at the same time obviously made me happy seeing any reference or something that I understood. The themes in this game really hit my brain. Every character having a tragic story or being at wit's end just makes it feel so natural. I love the connection between games, characters, and ideas in this game. So to answer the title, this game is great, and might even go above that. Not only does the actual gameplay feel smooth and responsive, the game looks amazing with some extremely creative area settings, and it also has my favorite lore of the trilogy. I would say that every aspect of this game is at the very least good, and I've only played through it once. I know that there's much more to do and see in the game, and it's already one of my favorite games I've played in my life. As for the entire trilogy as a whole, as this is my final video of my Dark Souls trilogy, is very good. I had some issues with Dark Souls 1, even more for Dark Souls 2, and really found a gem in Dark Souls 3. I had an amazing time playing all three, and wouldn't have wanted to skip any of them if I had the chance to play them all again for the first time. So yes, I do think that Dark Souls 3 is as great as it is made out to be, and the trilogy as a whole is one of the greatest staples of gaming I've come across.